Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. And we are finally going to get to the story that has been making waves all over Teen Mom Land. And I'm sure you've probably heard some of the rumblings about Mackenzie and Josh McKee. Mackenzie is back to her maiden name, Dothit, Mackenzie Dothit. And she did a quick post of a see it or you'll miss it kind of post on Facebook about her current status of her relationship with Josh. We are kind of seeing some of the issues that are going on this current season of Teen Mom OG. Her mother, Angie, passes away, and Josh seems to be devoid of emotion and almost robotic and completely incapable of comforting his wife. And Mackenzie is almost screaming and crying for any sort of affection and attention from him, which seems to be this ongoing push and pull of their relationship of Mackenzie wanting love and Josh running away and putting his Peter in other people's pants. So we know last year he was caught hooking up with another woman, and she went out and told the tabloids, which ultimately led with Mackenzie announcing last August that she and Josh were going to be filing for divorce. She went ahead and filed for the divorce, and then as quickly as she filed, he had wanted to try to work things out. He apparently takes her to a marriage retreat, and then they do this whole thing where he takes her on a scavenger hunt, and he says he's going to be recommitted to her. And then it seems like everything is hunky-dory, except it's not, because on the show, even though she's all excited about it, she also is completely not willing to or capable of wiping the slate clean because of all the past hurts. So you've got people that want to move forward and another person not willing to, and then a man that literally can't keep his Peter in his pants. So here's what she wrote on her Facebook page, and then I got this off Reddit, so thank you Reddit for this. I missed it in the meantime. So I know many have it worse than me, and this isn't a pity party. Life has really thrown me some huge curveballs, and I don't know how I've made it here. Obviously, the world knows that Josh had an affair last year, and then months later re-proposed, promising the changed and that he got saved. It really made my mom happy, and I chose to forgive and trust God. She was so happy for him, and her last words to him were, "I'm so proud of you. Pray for me. I'm so happy we made it to God before her death." Then in December, I was already in deep pain and had to watch her take her last breath. And Josh was there for me until 2 weeks later. Things changed. All of a sudden, I was a freak for crying and being depressed. I would lay in bed and wonder why I was so crazy, because that's what he made me feel like. And then life slowly turned into him working all day, coming home to shower, and fishing all night. Again, I wondered, what is wrong with me? I need him here to hold me together and to gather my grace and know he didn't and know how to handle it. So yesterday, I made the random decision to pull Josh's calls and text logs to find out that 1 week after my mom died, when he started leaving and changing his behavior, to find he was texting a woman 300 to 600 times per month and calling her on the night he was fishing until 3 a.m. Obviously, another affair, so I go to call the number, and it was my close cousin, Ashley. What all went down, I don't know. My family will never be the same, and we are all torn. I was not only hurt by him, but by her. I have cried until my eyes were swollen shut. I am in utter shock. I'm now opening my eyes to what horrible man Josh has been. He has been a lie, and how can you watch your wife lose her mom and make these decisions? I'm sad for my kids. I love Jesus, and I love my family. People have tried to tell me for years that Josh doesn't love me, and I just made excuses for him. But today is the day that I walk away. Pray for me that I can function, feel worthy again, and find hope. Pray for my kids. I've always wanted my family to work so they don't have to live two separate houses. I'm 100% committed to Josh. I was 100% committed to Josh, and so much I don't understand. Okay, so she deletes that. And then everyone is like, oh my gosh, what is going on? He's literally talking to her cousin Ashley. This can't be. So as quickly as she posts it, she deletes it. So then people are like, it's over. No, it's not. It's over. It's over not. Blah, 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 blah. Well, finally, she broke her silence, and she went to the favorite place that I don't know, Champion Daily. It's one of those clickbait sites. And of course, she did her link in bio for it. So make some money off this breakup, girl. Use that platform. And she says So here's what she told Champion Daily. It didn't make things easy that he wants out of the spotlight, and I run my entire life income on social media, sharing anything and everything which could have done damage on this marriage. So Josh wants to live a more private life, is what she says as part of the one of the major reasons for the rift in their relationship. And it is pretty clear if you watch the show that he is very uncomfortable on the camera, and it is clear that he does not like to have conversations with her on the camera. In fact, he consistently tries to walk away and shut down because he doesn't want to go there. But then when they are talking off camera or off when they're still mic'd, you can hear a completely different Josh. So she says that there are differences in what they want for the life. And that's a huge factor. I mean, a lot of relationships have split for these very same reasons. And then she said, in 2019, when Josh made his mistake behind my back, I filed and he fought to save this. And I just decided, you know what, this will be hard, but he has forgiven me for so much, and I want to extend my grace and forgive him. I love my family and Josh and my home, whether people see it this way or not. And then she says, after her reproposal, I will admit to calling him names every day and pushing him away. And then after I lost my mom, I lost all sanity. Totally normal. This breakdown in their marriage happened during a completely vulnerable and shattering time in her personal life, with her mom being very ill. And it is very natural to push people away and to be, grieving. Grieving does very difficult things to us, and we often take out our grief on the people we love the most. She continued, I would tell him daily he was no good and he disgusted me, but on the inside, it was screaming for me to just hold me together. So here's where Ashley comes in. She says that Ashley is her cousin, and she said someone who I grew up being very close to. We've always had each other's back, and she is far older than Josh and I. We used to hang out with her and her ex-husband and let each other's kids stay over. She cuts hair for a living and has cut Josh's hair for a very long time for my family for years. So here's what happens. She says, life after my mom's death has been misery. I haven't been the same. I probably am not easy to deal with. So Josh started doing what he does best and runs from the situation. He owns a business and started picking up on work to bring home more money, which he did, but then started obsessively buying things to keep himself busy. Like, we have a fishing boat, a gull, got a trailer, and start a lawn care business and a four-wheeler all in a few months. 2 times this year I have kicked him out of the house for just to try to find my sanity. Was it wrong? Sure, I'll admit that. But lately our relationship has literally been sleeping under the same roof and loving our kids. He says to me all the time, I'm just here until you find someone and I will leave. So we both know it was coming to an end, but being together for 11 years, it was just hard. But neither of us are happy. This is not Mackenzie. I am fun, loud, motivated, and outgoing, and I'm not even a joy to be around to others. So what does she have to say about this relationship? To be honest, I don't know if there's actually an affair, or is he seeking advice from this woman who is older than them, much older than them, she says, and she's sort of this figure, like a older sister figure. I'm not sure. But she says, long story short, I pulled his phone records and found that he had been texting and calling a number more than necessary, and it was my cousin. My heart sank more than ever. And that's when I chose that we were done for good and posted the status. She says, my family, being very close, did not know how to take it. Josh and Ashley both say that a lot of them were chatting about a haircut, and she was going through Josh to get some anxiety meds from his brother, and that Josh would come talk to her about our problems and ask her for advice. Wait a minute. Did she just admit here that her cousin is getting drugs from Josh's brother? Did she just say that so nonchalantly? Ashley both say that a lot of them were chatting about a haircut, and she was going through Josh to get anxiety meds from his brother. So she, Xanax? So is she getting Xanax bars from Josh's brother? You just admitted your cousin is getting drugs, going through someone else to get anxiety drugs. Whoa, this is messy. I can't believe she even posted this. According to them, it isn't what it looks like, but looking back, it's wrong. And he says she was always telling him he needs to man up and be there for me. To me, if a man came to me, it's not my place to speak to him. It's inappropriate, and in my eyes, this is an emotional affair. What really went on, I don't know, but I'm tired of laying in bed and wondering. I shouldn't even have to wonder or worry. I feel betrayed by my own feelings and things will never be the same. She said Josh's job was to hold me together, and selfishly he was thinking about himself. He could have handled my behavior in a whole new way, go to a preacher, a therapist, but not my cousin. So it's not clear what actually happened between Ashley and Josh, whether or not this was an emotional affair, if they both say nothing happened. I mean, I agree with her for sure that if you're having marital problems, like the last thing you should be doing is going to another woman who is like, maybe he's going to Ashley because he knows Ashley knows Mackenzie, and he knows that because of their close relationship, she could offer him advice. I don't know. I mean, is it that he really valued her opinion and wanted to speak to her? Or if Josh is saying nothing happened and she's saying nothing happened and she's literally admitting to like getting drugs from him, from his brother, can Ashley be trusted? Ashley says both of them were chatting about hair and she was going through Josh to get anxiety meds from his brother. So is it a drug relationship where Josh is like the go-to man? Is he like the mule for her? This seems really messy, and it's not clear to me whether or not this was an affair, but the fact of the matter is that she seems like she's done because instead of being there for her and instead of handling things with her or going to a therapist or using resources that she feels are appropriate, he's spending time with another woman, and talking to her about their problems instead of talking to her. So I can understand that. But I think another issue here, Mackenzie, is that why are you with a guy if you are so wholesome and into this very good life that is selling these whatever anxiety bars, Xanax or whatever it is, and he's using like a mule? Like, what? That's a big deal. What other kind of stuff is Josh into? What other kind of behavior is he doing if he's getting these medications for people, which is illegal? You can't get medication from people without a prescription, particularly anxiety meds that are benzodiazepines. Those are controlled substances. So you're basically admitting, Mackenzie, that your cousin is buying pharmaceutical drugs from his brother and your husband is a part of that scheme. Did you just admit that your husband is doing illegal things? Whew! This is weird. All right, so I want to know what your thoughts are. Did he cheat? Can you believe she admitted that about the Xanax or whatever it was, the anxiety meds? And should she be done? I would be done. Just for the selling of those products alone. I wonder how long he's been doing this. Does he do this for other people? Why is this the kind of stuff that we're not seeing on the show? Why aren't we seeing this stuff? Why is this being hidden from us? This is crazy to me. All right, you guys. So did he cheat? Was it appropriate for him to use Ashley? Why is Ashley getting these anxiety meds from him? Did she mean to say that out loud? Is Mackenzie just being impulsive and they'll be back together in 5 minutes? What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.